We're live
from Keeler Gardens on the northwest side of Chicago. Our nature space open to you so that you can connect with nature to improve your mental, physical, developmental health for the youth, all kinds of benefits to connecting with nature. And today we're talking to you about
I just got my notification that Keeler Gardens is live.
And you can get those notifications also if you like and follow Keeler Gardens, because we do these live videos as one of our programs for the community and for communities everywhere. One of these live programs we do almost every day of the week. We don't do it on Sundays, we give everybody a break. But Monday through Saturday we're bringing to you these different programs so that we can continue with our programming, because we are a nonprofit and we're here to serve you. We're here to bring services to the community. So we're talking about how nature, connecting with nature, improves all these aspects of our health. And in the future, we're probably going to go into some of the science of that, some of the psychology of that, go over some studies, and get into some details about how connecting with nature makes a difference in our lives, specifically. But going back to something I had said in a previous video, I'm realizing that we're giving you all these tidbits of what we do here and how we do it, and I just didn't realize that there are a lot of newcomers, a lot of people watching our videos, young and old alike, that are intrigued by what we're doing here, but they're actually so new to the concept that they need sort of a beginning level course. So
where do we begin?
So we begin with the concept of nature or nature spaces. In urban communities, nature is harder to come by. You may see trees and shrubs and grass.
Or lack thereof.
But there's a lack of diversity here. There's a lack of texture. And so we created a nature space to bring some of that to the community. And communities, anybody who can walk to this space or even drive, take the benefit of this nature space. Now, this nature space is obviously a garden. However, we have other concepts here. So one idea here is this is a pollinator habitat. Plantings in here in the summertime, in the spring, summer, and into the fall are meant specifically for pollinators. That is a pollinator habitat. And we'll go into the details of that in future videos. So that's one idea of a nature space. But also, if you look just down the way that way, and as you did see before, this is also a parkway garden. So where all of these parkways are green grass, which can be a nature space in and of itself, because oftentimes young folks are going to want to run around and play in that grass. We could take that grass and we can turn it into a different kind of nature space. We can add logs, we can add some rocks, and it could be a nature play space where you don't really have to do much with it. You're just adding some natural elements and giving youth and adults a chance to run around and hop and create in that space. I'm going to go this way because we have folks walking down the street. So other nature spaces can correspond to your native lands in your area. So in Illinois, we have so many different ways we can do that. We have prairies and meadows and savannas and woodlands. And that corresponds to how much shade you have, how many trees you have, what you want to plant there.
So, but to slow it down just a little bit so myself can catch up, is that you're saying we're talking about nature spaces today. So one type of nature space is a pollinator habitat. Another type of nature space,
of nature spaces that we educate on,
could be a nature play space.
A nature play space, which doesn't require a lot on your part to create, and is very beneficial for young children.
Okay.
Another kind of nature space is the natural habitats that you see. We specifically built a pollinator habitat, but natural habitats are things, as I mentioned, like meadows and prairies, or woodlands, or savannas. Savannas are a combination of grassy spaces with trees. It's a mixture.
But if we wanted to do a savanna here, we can't do that.
Okay, so what we would have to do is we would have to take the whole block. We would have to share all the parkways.
I was trying to focus on, let's focus on what people can do in their own yards, not how do we make the whole neighborhood into a savanna.
Okay, so,
although awesome idea, you said this is for beginners, so I don't think a beginner is going to make their whole block into a savanna.
You have the opportunity to create any kind of nature space that works for you. Okay, so let's go on with more nature spaces. So let's say we're in small urban areas.
Yes.
So one way of making a nature space is by creating a view. So for example, let's say you have a small balcony. You can put a few potted plants or a railing plant in the appropriate location. So as you're looking out your window, that's what you see every day. Now you've created a nature space, both inside and out.
No yard necessary in that point.
No yard necessary, okay? You can create nature spaces indoors with a simple, they have self-contained grow systems that have a light and a pan, and you can grow your own herbs and some small vegetables. That's another nature space. Urban agriculture is another nature space. So what we have been recently working on here at Keeler Gardens with a lot of folks in the neighborhood is creating these nature spaces. We've had a lot of people asking us, oh, how do we build a pollinator habitat? How do we build a butterfly garden? How do we build a shade garden? These are all nature spaces, and there is a simple but detailed process by which you can build your own space. All you have to do is figure out where it's going to be, decide what you want it to be, what you want it to look like, and then figure out a way to put that together. And that's what we're here to help you with. Helping you with the, well, where's the best place to do this? How am I going to do this?
And if
what are the steps to take?
Right, and for that sun or shade, if you saw the video from Saturday when we did the garden tour, and I'm sure we'll be doing another garden tour this weekend.
Yes,
you know,
a lot is blooming.
We'll make sure to point that out, but you can see that on one side of the yard it is complete and utter shade.
And it's actually complete solid shade. It's bright, but it is. There are
it's
some
not
plants that
dappled.
never see a direct beam of sunlight.
There's no dappling going on there.
So that's another type of garden.
I just like saying dappling. Dappled shade.
So our point here is that we want to share these opportunities with you for you to create your own nature space. And it doesn't even have to be soil and plants. You can create a nature space indoors via art.
Oh.
Animals, birds, cats, pets, bird feeders right outside your window create an amazing nature space. So there's lots of concepts here that we want to share with you, that if you feel that these little snippets of the garden, of the birds chirping, little meditation, if that's making a positive difference for you, bringing something good into your life, let us help you do that on a regular basis. Okay, I paused for dramatic effect.
Very dramatic. I thought you froze, but then I realized you're in front of me.
So, any questions, any comments, any visitors with us today?
Yeah, we've had
thank you for joining
quite a
us.
few come in and out.
Really appreciate it. Please,
Michelle's watching right now.
Please let us know what you'd like to hear and what you want us to talk about, so that we keep you here and we get you interacted. Okay? So we're going to review quickly Keeler Gardens, north side of Chicago. Come by anytime you want. The gardens are literally along the sidewalk. There's no gate, there's no fence. You can just walk along the sidewalk and enjoy the space. All right? That's the first program we offer you. Secondly, visit us here on Facebook every day, except Sunday. Follow us, like us. Please share these videos, because the more people that know about us, the more interest we gain, the more communities can benefit from what we're doing. We'd like there to be a Keeler Gardens in every neighborhood, so that every community member has an opportunity to walk down the street and have this benefit. So that's our daily videos. We also do an Instagram What's in Bloom. If you're on Instagram, if that's easier for you.
We're at Keeler Gardens.
Just like we are here, same handle. We do little photographs of what happens to be popping up in the garden on any given day. And then that's our What's in Bloom on Instagram. And then on Saturday, our live feed here is our What's in Bloom tour. We just take you for a walk around the space and show you what flowers are popping up, what's new, what's different, what's coming, what's left. And it'll be quite interesting over the next several weeks.
And finally, with the places you can find us is on YouTube. We'll put a link to this video once we have it up on YouTube, because I hit that upload in HD button on Facebook. Yes, I'm talking to you, Facebook. And it says upload in HD, and it does not. So we upload these videos also to YouTube and put a link there so you can really see the nice detail of the gardens when Gina's pointing it out.
And we really encourage artistic endeavors. As I mentioned, art is a part of creating a nature space.
You're a poet and you didn't even know it.
Okay.
Art is a part.
One of the things that we promote here from an artistic
Just moving on from that joke, I get it.
Jokes, yes, is our prayer flag line. I haven't done today's yet. I'm going to probably put one up today or tomorrow, and I'll attach a picture to the prayer flag video that's back a few days. The post. It's actually coming out very nice. I'm practicing my artistic skills. I'm quite proud of how some of them have turned out.
Plus, they're not all Gina's. So if you would like your prayer flag, prayer cloth up there,
yes,
please.
If you want to draw something, we'll put it up.
Yeah.
Bring us a cloth that you've drawn on, or sewn something on, or even words. We want to share these wishes.
We even experimented with an old T-shirt that.
I'm going to be putting up an old T-shirt.
Whoops,
Yes.
low network.
Oh,
Okay, so let's move, and now we're back. Great.
All right.
Yep.
So we're back to the beautiful space. You can see the prayer flags in the back. You can come by and pet the cats. These are all programs that we're continuing to offer, even though our restrictions have been put in place here. Please share the videos, share what we're doing here. If you know of anyone who might want to volunteer their expertise to do some projects with us, we can do things virtually, and we will soon be bringing you more webinars on specific topics that you can participate in and learn from.
And
Please,
if there's
any questions, let us know.
You can email Gina at KeelerGardens.org, or any educational type questions you can email me at ed@KeelerGardens.org.
Because Ed can always equate some of this stuff to specific
state learning standards.
Now that we believe schools will not be back.
No,
in
it's
session.
not believe, it's
It's
happen.
for sure.
Yes.
So please use us as a resource. Let us know what you need. We are here for the community, whether you are local or regional. Thank you so much for joining us.